Hi, my name is Kristen. I have been a member at St. John since about 2010. And I'm here to talk about my professional life and how that relates to my faith. I sell commercial insurance, which is about as exciting as it sounds. But the fun part of my job, if you can call it that, is that I do marketing in the sense that insurance companies want our business, so they want to take me out and entertain me and give me a reason to sell them, sell their insurance. So there's a lot of wining and dining and restaurants and bars and baseball games and hockey games, which on the outside a lot of people think that that sounds like a great time. It's challenging. I don't get to see my husband a lot. I'm gone a lot of evenings. And trying to keep myself grounded with where I want to be versus what I'm required to do for my job can be a little bit challenging sometimes. I do work in the city of Chicago. I have a long commute, and it all kind of comes back to my faith and how I keep myself grounded. So one of the first things I did when I got this job was I got a tattoo on my wrist here. It's my Jesus fish, if you will, which is one of the Christian symbols. And it helps in meetings or at bars when I'm out to look down and just remember where my heart is at and where my life really is at. I also got a tattoo on my foot of John 3:16 and the cross, which is my favorite verse. And in addition to that, I ended up adding my mom's signature to my foot. She's the person who really took me to church as a child. She took me to Sunday school, and my heart is on the left side of my body, so that is where all of my God, if you will, is tattooed on my body. It can be very challenging in this industry to not fall into the traps of being drunk and disorderly all the time and having too much fun, if you will, and making bad choices. So it really does help me to be able to look down right at my foot or right at my wrist and just remember that this is a job. It's a way for me to support my family. It's a way for me to support my church and the work that we do there. In addition to that, I put on my right side of my body my other love, which is my husband. So I have a tattoo on my foot dedicated to firefighting, which is his profession. And I also have a rose here on my wrist, which was the flower of choice at our wedding. So and my dad's signature is on my right foot. The reason I chose to put my parents' signatures on my feet is so that they're with me every step of the way. They gave me that faith in the beginning. They gave me the strength to do the right thing, and I find that that really helps me in this career. Another interesting thing about having tattoos is that people ask about them. And it's part of why I chose to put some religious aspects into my tattoos, because it's a way to open the door to a conversation that isn't always comfortable to have. You hear about people who aren't Christian talking about the witnessing Christian and the people that bring it up, and it's uncomfortable, but when people approach me, it makes it a lot easier to talk about it. People will say, "What is that symbol on your wrist?" and they don't know that it's Christian, so I get to explain that. Or they ask, "What are the words on your feet?" And I say, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son for you and for me." And it kind of sums it all up. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me remembering who I belong to and why I do what I do. So that's my story.